Hey everyone, it's Eric Wen. In today's video, Z and I are going to be rewatching Love is Blind Season 4 from a personality type perspective. Love is Blind is one of our favorite shows because it always features some really interesting personality type dynamics. Examples of how different people's natural preferences pop out under stress, and as well, some really cool ways that each personality type can grow and develop. Let's get right into it.
What's your name?
Chelsea.
I'm Kwame.
Cool name.
Thank you. Means born on Saturday. And
I love it. I love it.
I think Saturday is the best day of the week.
Agreed.
So, hey, Chelsea, tell me what makes you happy.
Agreed.
Bringing joy and fulfillment to other people.
Okay.
Growing, learning.
I can dig that.
Shoes make me happy.
So Chelsea, she is an ESTJ, and especially in this first episode, Chelsea came off as sort of like unemotional.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people found her quite abrasive. But I think, yeah, that's just kind of like TJs are just saying it.
So like straightforward, to the point.
Yeah, and even the way she's like doing the meeting with Kwame, I just realized it's like task oriented. Like, agreed, great, love that.
I appreciate you asking that question and for hearing me out. And I don't get to talk about it often.
I want to hug you.
Most important things to me.
His FE laugh is so funny.
That FE laugh, oh my god.
Yeah, it's like I'll throw it in there just to make the vibe a little better. I'm going to make sure that I put in that laughing and smiling to make sure everyone feels good.
It's that's how he's creating the energy and the vibe, and I was like, oh wow, that's yeah, that's FE Dom. Then later on you'll hear he's very much like conceptual and top level, you know, he doesn't actually ever really get into specifics.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic now that I'm in here.
Oh my gosh, look at you. You got all the sweet nothings.
I'm here to bring the energy, and you're here to bring a little bit of smile to my face.
I'm here to bring the energy, and you're here to bring a little smile to my face. That's funny.
Oh my god. My name is Micah. What's yours?
Wow, Micah, I love that. My name is Kwame.
For me, I think I feed really hard off like people's energy. I would kind of maybe consider myself like an empath.
Yo, I'm telling you, when you have like a good mindset,
it's when you manifest.
Happen.
Like you attract it.
Yes, it's crazy. Manifestation is such a real thing to me.
It's such a real thing. I'm so passionate about that. Like law of attraction is like huge.
It's huge.
It's huge. I believe it. Like this is like in my future. It's gonna happen.
They're just having an NFJ party. It's funny how like they're just basically echoing each other though. I'm an empath. I'm an empath. Law of attraction. Yes. Like kind of like hello. And that's what I think they kind of said. There's a certain connection about each other that is really difficult to ignore. These are two NI or NFJs that love that NIFE experience in life, and they're just kind of accessing that through another person as well. And that's kind of, I think, how they were connecting, and they couldn't explain it, you know.
Micah is amazing. I can feel her energy from behind the wall.
I love talking to Kwame. And we really have like a similar outlook on life. I'm excited to kind of see, you know, how our paths align.
What's your name?
Micah.
I'm Paul. Nice to meet you.
That's my dad's name.
Oh, my dad's name too.
My favorite place in the world is Positano.
Okay, listen, when we get married, that's reason for us to go back. Your voice just kind of like, I don't know, it tickles my brain. It's weird.
So I haven't seen season 1, but to my knowledge from watching season 2, 3, and 4, this is the first TI Dom in this show. It was so funny watching him because he says the most stereotypical.
He literally defines TI in his first introduction.
As a scientist and a more analytical person, I expected to see flaws and holes in the experiment, and it's surprisingly sound.
He's constantly checking to see if it makes sense to him, if it adds up to him, and it's all based on like what he finds reasonable, or you know, just making sure that it adds up to him in his own logical understanding or frameworks and stuff.
Like, I almost expected to see holes because like TI is looking for like, well, where is it wrong or inaccurate, and then he's like, but it doesn't, it holds up, and he's like, because that's what he's always doing. He's just like testing everything and checking. I think I like the comparison between how Micah and Kwame are doing their FE. Ha 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 ha. But his FE is kind of like playful, just throwing things out there. TPs have like, they kind of use FE to be charming, but it's like I'm gonna be a little bit spontaneous on this because I know the rules, but I'm happy to play around with it a little to kind of see how we can connect.
Going through the drive-thru and my mom not having enough money to buy me a meal and her breaking down into tears. And I want my life to be about serving other people. And that's why I came here, honestly. I wanted a wife, kids, and a family. I've had people in the past that I was in love with, and their family judged me because of how I was raised.
There's a lot of misconception about how people, TJs are not nice or they're too abrasive or whatever. But you hear same thing as with Chelsea and even Zach. They say a lot about like, I love helping people. I love being there for people. So I think like it's really interesting how TJs and FJs both like helping people. They just look differently. Yeah, I like to always point that out to people because in MBTI land, for some reason, TJ is mistaken as this like kind of like not so. What's that?
How do you say that? Forceful, abrasive, like boss, basically. That's really
someone that doesn't care about
people.
ITJs they feel deeply because introverted feeling.
ITJs are emotional.
Yeah, a lot, and you can see with Zach when he's bringing up these experiences, he's almost getting emotional about it. Very sensitive people, and when you get to know them, there's really that side of them that's very authentic and raw.
What do you think our life would look like if we got married?
Do I need to say that in one word, or can I give you a couple sentences?
A couple sentences.
Cool. I'm going to start with one word first, and I'll lead to that.
This is how NI tries to describe something without describing anything.
This is a great example of intuitives talking to each other.
Cool. I'm going to start with one word first, and I'll lead to that.
Okay.
Fireworks. I think there's just going to be an overwhelming amount of joy. Joy, love, and support. Mm-hmm. Security.
Okay.
Security.
Yeah.
You give me that over anyone I've ever met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
What?
There's nothing specific or clear there. It's just like concepts.
Ask an intuitive, like an example of something. Just kind of
and they're like, oh wait, I forgot to give you anything clear or specific.
Words. Yeah. And after all that, you still have no idea what I'm talking about.
Confusing. Just between Kwame and Paul. With Kwame, I honestly feel like he could bring out such a good side of me.
He could bring out a good side of me. It's like the potential.
It's possible, but it's not there. I don't see it actually showing. But maybe.
Yeah, and then contrast that with Chelsea, who's like the most straightforward, clear.
Kwame talks to my heart, my head, and my vagina.
Obviously the concept here of love being blind is we want to get to know each other, who we are on the inside.
Yes.
And the only reason that I'm I want to put my hands all over your bodies because essentially I feel like I have myself all over your soul.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I don't know what it is with ENFJs, but they always have a real fascination for intimacy. They love exploring that world.
Sex.
And the way they describe it too, it's very abstract connection of the soul, etc.
I mean, if you think about it from a function point of view, there's actually some ways that could make sense. FE, all about connection and connectivity and liking to think about how people can connect or what people like or how people can feel good. And then NI, very conceptual, talking about the convergence of people. And SE is the energy and the vibe.
Yeah, SE tertiary can really enjoy the sensation and really not get addicted to it, but tend to I've met ENFJs that have talked about how a lot of things that they've had to deal with would be gambling problem or drinking problems, and how that experience just gave so much of a dopamine
high to them. Yeah,
and it was really just this
being swept up in the moment.
So I can see how sex is kind of part of that. When you're basking in the sensation of that, it can feel like, a very heightened experience. But then also a spiritual connection.
You know what I mean? So it's like having that connection.
So when you like to have sex, do you like the souls to like connect?
Oh my gosh, yes. If we're married, we're not having sex, we're making love.
Yeah, yes.
Yes. It is everything and more. You know what I mean? It's not. Yeah. It feels sacred.
See, this is an interesting conversation because it's like Chelsea doing the clarification thing. So when you say this, it means that
that's true. Actually, yeah, I didn't notice that. She's
I'm gonna spell
clarifying
it out for you, and then he kind of goes, "Yes, correct," and then he goes back to concepts.
And I just love how authentic Chelsea is. Honestly, like, you don't have to guess about who she is because she just is it.
Almost spiritual connection with my husband's body.
Oh my gosh! Whoa!
Oh,
my soul.
He just what we just talked about, like the NISE. That was like, oh,
What is happening in here tonight?
I do have a very, very, very strong connection with someone else. She tends to reassure me about how much she wants to be with me, and it's going in every direction that you would want it to go as a person who wants to be cared for.
It's going in the direction that you would want it to. Like, it's like not saying things directly.
I appreciate you sharing that with me. I feel like I didn't realize how strong your connection was for the other person. And I'm just wondering how it's escalating so much. If you do feel sure about me, it's just hard to imagine your other connection having such a great trajectory. Is it that she validates you more than I do and reciprocates feelings more vocally?
Yes.
When it comes to something that's this big, I hope that you decide to follow your heart, not the part of your brain that tells you to take what will feel good now.
So then I'll ask.
Micah speaks in riddles. It's actually, I mean, the biggest difference between Micah versus Chelsea is that Micah is very mysterious and hard to read, whereas Chelsea is just so open and straightforward about who she is. I think INFJs in particular really struggle sometimes with that openness and authenticity, and Micah's actually could be a really good example of that struggle. You can see Micah. She's like chess playing in her head a little bit. She's seeing where it's all going and stuff, but to a point where you can see she's a bit distracted. She's not really in the moment. Even when she's talking here with Kwame, she's where is this going? I need to maneuver that. Wait, how did this progress so much further? You can see a little bit of that jumping ahead a bit too much.
Yeah, I love their conversation though because they speak the same perceiving access language. They both just kind of understand each other's unspoken ways of things. I'm not really telling you something, but I am. If that were me, I would be like, hang on, can we backtrack a bit? Oh, so is it you're looking at how it's gonna look at the end? Is that what you're trying to do? But tell me first how you arrived at that. I mean, everybody wants validation, but I mean, especially for an FE dom.
Micah's a great example of how you would think that all FE personality types, they're always just thinking of the other person and doing that performative FE thing. But actually, there's quite a few INFJs where they can be a bit almost detached or cold or whatever. Just because you have FE doesn't mean you're always making other people feel good all the time. It's just more that that's something that you're keeping track of and that you're conscious of.
With Micah, there's a lot of almost a wall, which is this introversion side that wants to just protect themselves a little bit more rather than jump right into it. And I playing first and just wanting to check where everything is going. And because NI is playing first so much, it doesn't necessarily want to jump into that FE connectivity immediately. Yeah, INFJ, when they're scared to give permission to FE, will really let that NITI protect myself in a wall because I really need to keep thinking more and get like sitting in my mind more about what's happening.
Hey everyone, Eric here. So if you enjoyed today's video, you can actually catch a full extended version on my website, linked down below in the description. Today's video is actually just a small part of the full thing, a whole series analyzing the different relationship dynamics, personality type dynamics on Love is Blind. A special shout out to David Santos for being the first super patron of this channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. You are the change maker of your own life. Let's think more deeply. See you guys in the next ones. Peace, peace. Bye.